still here.
Oh, hello, Towa.
Towa?
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible.
Oh no. What's
We
happened?
got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge. It's Celtic. Celtic?
What happened to Celtic?
It was set on fire
Oh no.
by the Croydon Provincial Army.
Oh no.
What? What?
I take it we're going back to Celtic so we can take care of this mess? They set a course for Celtic and hurried there as fast as their legs could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation, instructor Sarah and Eustace included. Alright, so this is their turn to be in here. So as always, we take Fee. We still need to get Elliot leveled up, and I really want to take Laura. Although I should take Machias, because he still has levels to go up. He's only at 89. Boy, I don't like that at all. Trying to round out my team. Oh, how could you do that to Celtic? That's terrible. Look at the marketplace. People are crying. Homes are destroyed. I know it's war, but that's uncalled for. This is awful. Why would they do such a thing? The Grand Market seems to have taken the brunt of it, too. Unbelievable. How could the Provincial Army do this to the people they're meant to protect? I can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. We should pay a visit to both the Market Manager and the 4th Armor Division, too. Okay. So there's the church. There's an event in the chapel. Hello, kitty. Let's go to the chapel first since it's right next to us. And it's in this... here. You haven't seen my husband anywhere, have you? I heard they brought him in here with serious injuries, but I can't see him anywhere. Why does he have to worry me like this? Oh no. Not Louise, too. Excuse me, but how's she been holding up? Has she been given medical treatment? Father Zybel's already tended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong he can't be sure if she'll make it. Louise, please open your eyes. I'm begging you. You two seem like good friends from what I've seen. Yeah, we got to know each other from my visits to the Weathercock whenever I was in town for work, but I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. Let's go. We need to see how things are elsewhere. Right. Alright. Daddy's not here. Oh man, where'd he go? My sister told him to stay put, too. Those humanoid machines, they're... Stay back. Don't do it. Merchant Marco. He seems to be unconscious. No, this can't be. Marco, open your eyes, please. I can't believe that even Jake was caught up in all this. This is so horrible. I can't do anything to help. I feel so ashamed of myself. Don't be. You were up against professionals, and they had the element of surprise on their side. She's right. I know you're upset, but you're not the one to blame here. And neither are you, Eustace. Yes, I suppose you're right. If I have time to blame myself for what happened, that's time I could be using to actually help people. I was about to be hit by some falling rubble, but then, before I knew what was happening, Jake appeared and pushed me out of the way. It's all my fault. What'll I do if he never wakes up? Wake up, Jake. I didn't try to talk to Jake because I'm assuming it sounds like Jake is thoroughly unconscious. So yeah, I can't even get a he's unconscious. Father Cybel's considerable medical knowledge helped save those who are badly wounded in the assault. We're truly blessed to have him stationed here. But why did something this awful have to happen? He showed no mercy, not even to the children. Okay. So, we've got these guys up here. I'm doing everything in my power as a pharmacist to aid everyone's treatment, but it still terrifies me to think of how quickly those soldiers laid waste to this town. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to escape, to be completely frank. I can't talk to her, no one's up there. Maybe he's in this room? Maybe he's out and about helping heal people.
I hope Louise will be okay.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but...
Alright, so let's go to the Orbital Factory, and then we can go to the... I see where the dot, or the marks are, but I want to talk to people. Sorry, my mind's kind of all over the place right now. I still can't believe how quickly it all happened. Minutes. That's all it took. They ruined the town before our eyes. How could anyone who does something like that even call themselves human? The other guy's not here right now. Let's check here. Oh, hello. I somehow managed to keep this place from burning down, but Louise was hit on the head by some falling debris during the attack, and if I'd known things would end up like this, I would have forced her to take the day off. Alright, so... probably no one's up here, but... yeah, the rooms are empty. So let's go outside, talk to some more people as we go to our quests. Or things. Sob. My house was burned down. There's nothing left of it. Our house was set on fire during the attack. We managed to escape safely, but where will we go now? The Jaegers took advantage of the chaos to set fire to as much of the town as possible. We tried to put it out as fast as we could, but... why? Why did this have to happen to you of all people, Otto? Don't tell me. We should go check for ourselves before jumping to conclusions. Alright, so this is... Did you come to see the market manager? If so, head up to the second floor. Everyone else is already there. Please don't tell me. No. Why, Otto? Please come back to me. No way. You're all from Thor's, correct? He fell victim to one of the Soldas attacks while evacuating the townsfolk, I'm afraid. I did everything in my power to save him, and yet... I see. But we never got to pay him back for helping us during our time here. How could this happen? The market manager's always done everything he could to protect this town. But now he went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. This just goes to prove that... Why did things end up like this? What are we even supposed to do? Alright, so poor Otto did not survive. Let's go outside. Okay, so we can look at the market, then we'll head to the provincial guardhouse. Those huge machines, they came and destroyed the Grand Market. I'm so scared. I don't ever want to see them again. Alright, let's go see what we have.
No!
I can't even talk to him. Those soldiers tore the Grand Market asunder like it was nothing. They took away what was essentially our home. And yet here I am, unable to even work up the energy to be depressed. Alright, so there's only one other person. Norton? You all made it, I see. I've seen a lot during my time as a reporter, but this is the first time I've been left speechless. An atrocity like this can't be forgiven. Nobility or not, there's no excuse for such carnage. We'd be failures as people if we let anything like this pass. I'll do whatever I can to make sure this doesn't get covered up. What a mess. Oh, now I can talk to him. No, I took out a loan to procure the goods for my store. Why? Why did it come to this? This is terrible. We're in the midst of assessing the situation. Please take any questions to Lieutenant General Craig. And here they are, and Claire and Towa. Elliot. Dad. Major Neihart. I see the RMP is here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted? That's right. We came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is as you suspect. This was done by none other than the Croatian Provincial Army soldats. That's absurd. For what reason? I can't believe they'd willingly destroy the land they're meant to protect. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks, too. Duke Albaret has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind the attack on Ymir, too. That explains things. Raising towns like this is one of their specialties. And if they had soldats sponsoring or supporting them, this couldn't have ended any other way. We arrived on the scene as fast as we could, and managed to fight them off while evacuating the townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards Bereahard and formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk readily accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragons Bridge. It's clear this was intended to punish them for that as an example to others. There's no excuse for what they've done here. This reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said, actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of soldats units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that? The fear this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seems to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the Soldats, it's safe to say they succeeded in their aim. Even we of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them, especially since we couldn't prevent that fatality. To think the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defenses here while preparing for countermeasures against Bereahard. I advise that you keep your distance from Keldic for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere conflict. It's an all-out war. Never forget that. Dad. So sad. Alright, so... Okay, so East Keldic Highway. We've got a decent grasp on the situation in Keldic now. Should we head back? Reen! Where's my family? They're all safe, right? Becky, Hugo. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expect me to sit about knowing what's happened to my home? My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Your family's all right. We saw them at the church. I can't say the same for the market manager, though. Oh, no. You're having a laugh, huh? Wait! I've got it, Reen. I'll make sure she returns to the Courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back first, then. We have a lot to discuss regarding where to proceed from here. Indeed. Alright, after leaving Keldic in the Imperial Army's hands, they all went back to the Courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Keldic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky and Hugo had returned that they decided to take off. Oh, thank you, Steve.
Still,
Hydrate.
this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Stretching.
Really?
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
Think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways.
What?
Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace.
Oh, wow.
How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right.
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Yep.
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together. Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Keldic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Thank you, Your Highness.
All right, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Alborea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
Huh? Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Towa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No, put the call up on the screen.
It's a pleasure to see you all again, especially you, my dear brother. And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus!
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Does this concern Keldic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Keldic was instigated by Duke Alborea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Auroch's fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him. And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you. Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace. This is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's Board of Directors.
Interesting.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Alborea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Alborea myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
All right. With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Duke Alborea. Duke Alborea's actions against Celtic were believed to be in violation of a number of imperial laws. With the fact as justification, Class 7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armored Division and RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. First, the 4th Armored Division would attack Borea Hard's northern line of defense. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the city's southern line of defense, forcing them to call for reinforcements from Auroch's fort. Thank you for the heart, Steve. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the Courageous, with relatively limited opposition. And once the fortress was under their control, they were to arrest Duke Alborea effectively, completing the mission. Nice. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valamar's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. The next day, the time came for the operation to begin. On Christmas, taking Auroch's fort. Gang's all here. Well, the time's finally come. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. We can't let Eustace down. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death, too. I appreciate it. Just try and focus your thoughts on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. We'll be right there with you. Sounds like everyone's all fired up and ready to go. This will be our first chance to test Valamar's newly fortified weapon, too. How'd it turn out? Great, actually. And, like Laura said, today's operation makes it the perfect chance to test it out in battle. I hope so. It'll be a good way to iron out the kinks anyway. The more data I have, the better off we'll be when it comes to making that Tachi. Guys, the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police are almost ready to make their move. Let me know as soon as you're ready. The sooner, the better. I'm coming with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. That's no reason to let your guard down, though. Make sure you have everything you need. No problem. The number of members in the party has temporarily increased to 7. So we're locked with Reen, Eustace, and Sarah. We take Laura, Fee, Elliot. Do I want Elliot or Emma? Elliot and Emma. We're gonna take them both. Confirm. To advance the main story, speak to Towa in the captain's chair and select commence operation.